Welcome one, welcome all. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to another stream. Tonight, we are taking a look at the second expansion pack for the classic first-person shooter Quake. I still have the CD that this thing came on 20 years ago. We finished yesterday, Scourge of Armagon, however you say it, and now we're doing my favorite, Dissolution of Eternity. To get set up, we are gonna read from the manual a nice little story setup. Are we ready for story time? Story time with Doom Reaper. You're alive and aware and in one piece. Thank God for simple favors. But what in the hell happened? Ages ago, you defeated Armagon, yet it seems as if it happened in the last instant. The rift portal was sealed and the slipgate effect deposited you back at HQ. Command is quiet. Too damn quiet. You exit Command Central to scan the dimly lit corridor beyond. Sprawled face down in a stagnant mire is a grunt? An enforcer? Who could tell? What's left of him is mangled. His backpack has emptied into the red-tinged muck. Among the spattered effects are the bent leather covers of a charred book, its bindings tooled with a familiar symbol. No, that wasn't there before. Ripped from the text and floating in the muck, a particular leaf of stained parchment stabs for your attention. In a perfect hand-hewn typeface, the passage reads, "The Book of Common Prayer." It even has the Book of Common Prayer in like a page. This is just what it says. Let it be known that in that moment our master brought forth from the void of order and light a new existence of glorious darkness. His mighty hands fashioned this world of chaos, violence, and pain. Our past and present and our future are molded by the seeds that he has sown. Through his wisdom, he has given us ancient guardians to tend the chain of time. Their suffering is our link and lineage throughout all time and forever. In honored service, we come before him to pay our age-old debt. He whispers this humble prayer with the knowledge that he will hear our thanks for what he has brought to pass. O Master Quake, we kneel before the mark upon this day, this hour, and this moment to proclaim your dominion and celebrate the day of dissolution. Day 57, 1215 AQ. God frigging damn! This can't be happening! You scramble across the body for the shotgun, dragging the remnants of the backpack behind. At the end of the darkened passage, a slipgate comes into focus. One thought becomes your obsession as you step onto the slipgate platform. This time, it will end! Here's the strange thing. In the first game, they said there was an enemy code named Quake. They didn't know who the enemy was, so they just codenamed him Quake. This mysterious entity that was attacking, like, our forces. It was like the witch goddess Shub-Niggurath. Yet, in this little expansion setup, they're praying to O Master Quake, and they have it named Day 57, 1215 AQ. So, it seems that they don't understand that, like, that was not what the story was. I never really understood the storyline in this expansion. It seems like they messed with the flow of time somehow, and now we've like time traveled or something. So we're going back into Quake's dominion to attack the chain of time? I don't know. Maybe we can make sense of it as we go along. For anyone wondering, we are playing Quake on PlayStation 5. If you want to play this game, it should be available on the PlayStation Store, and it's very fun. It's worth the money, in my opinion. And of course, we have the classic Quake hallways. Easy, medium, hard. We're gonna go down the hard. Oh no! Oh no! We died trying to select difficulty. There we go. All right, we went down the hard difficulty path, and we have 2 episodes. This is the first episode, Hell's Fortress. This is the second episode, The Corridors of Time. The Corridors of Time is sick, because you'll just see. First, we gotta do them in order, though. So we're going with episode 1. Step into the slipgate, let's go. Deviant's Domain. How quaint. Time to fight our way through the Deviant's Domain. Yeah, it'll be interesting when Grand Theft Auto 6 finally comes out. Because I wonder what Twitch will look like. I feel like so many people are all going to be streaming the game. And it's probably going to be kind of frustrating because Twitch is just going to be flooded with people streaming it. Including people who, like, aren't real streamers. I still wonder about the price point. There were rumors it was going to cost more than $70. I don't think it will. And I hope it doesn't. I mean, we're starting to see now people are releasing games for free or for $40 depending on the experience. It's not as flat as it used to be, but games rarely go on sale now. That's actually something we could talk about because of the nature of, like, physical versus installs. It used to be the case that a company would ship a certain number of copies of a game. For Far Cry 3 specifically, they said they shipped like 9 million copies of the game. And if only 8 million people buy it, then it's supply and demand. You know, like GameStop, if they've got 1 million extra copies of a game sitting on their shelves, they'll start to lower the price to incentivize people to buy them on sale. That's why the price of games would go down so much. Now that you basically download games over Steam or even on console, you have to download them oftentimes. It's like they can just keep the price at whatever they want, and a lot of games stay overpriced for a very long time. I bet if you tried to buy Grand Theft Auto now, it would still cost like $50. Would you still buy it if it was over 70? Yeah, I would. I would. I think I'd pay up to $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Any more than that, I might have to wait for it to go on sale. But will it go on sale? Because, like, everyone's going to be buying the game. Grand Theft Auto 5 is like $5. Really? What about on console, though? I mean, that used to be the reason why you would get a console, right? It's like, you didn't have to install the game, you didn't have to download patches, you didn't have to do anything. But now, they've bastardized console gaming so that usually there's like a Xbox One and then Xbox One Pro, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro. So the game doesn't run as well on non-pro consoles, which is like something you used to only have to deal with on PC. If you don't have a good enough PC, you can't run certain games. And then you have to download updates and patches. Consoles used to be like a cheaper, easier alternative to PC gaming. Like, if you don't want to worry about that stuff, you just buy it, it'll work. You put it in, play it, you don't have to install it. That's the other thing. Consoles are so expensive now. It's like, why even get one almost? I don't know. Everything's going up now, though, too, because of AI. Good thing we still have games like Quake to play. The boat has been released. Look at this. We've got lava nail gun now, though. After every shot. This is awesome. We're riding a boat through an acid pool. Oh, shit. Shooting lava nails at Death Knights. Double barrel shotgun, thank you very much. When was the last time you made cheese quesadillas? Yesterday. Maybe make some with jalapenos and bacon? I mean, if you have some meat to put in there, then that'd be ideal. Well, bacon. Okay, yeah, that sounds good to me. You know, last weekend, I was working at this club, and I went on break, and I walked down the street, and there was some guy with a plate of quesadillas. He's like, "Sample? You want a sample quesadilla?" I was like, "Sure." So I ate a small slice of quesadilla, and I think it was like a chicken quesadilla, maybe chicken and jalapeno. It was pretty good. And so I was like, "Where is this from?" And he's like, "Oh, this quesadilla hut." And he like pointed like right behind him was this guy selling quesadillas in like a small little shack. And I was like, "Oh, all right, maybe I'll get one." And I was hungry and I wanted something to eat, but I don't know. I walked up to that place and yeah, it was like all they had were like chicken. They had like 10 different things on the menu that were all the same thing. It was like chicken quesadilla, cheese quesadilla with chicken, spicy quesadilla. What's in the spicy quesadilla? Jalapeno, cheese, chicken. And I was like, well, but a quesadilla would be good right now. And then I looked at the prices and they were like 10, 12 bucks for a quesadilla. And I was like, why would I do that? I make quesadillas at home. All it is a tortilla with some cheese. Like, I'm not buying this, so I did not. It's one of those things that's easy to make, and then it satisfies like a food craving sometimes. I'm kind of craving another one of those cherry float Cokes that I've been drinking, but I think I only have like 1 or 2 left in my fridge. And I already drank a Red Bull. So, in this expansion pack so far, you can already see in the first level the introduction of several new weapon types. In Quake Scourge of Armagon, they had the laser cannon and Mjolnir, which were both weapons that were made for the main game, and I think just cut from the main game. This game introduces a bunch of new weapons. It doesn't have the ones from Scourge of Armagon, unfortunately. I wish that I got that hammer back. But it does have different weapon types. They're not really new weapons, though, because you have the nail gun, and then unlike the main game, you have the lava nail gun, but the weapon operates the same. It's just red instead of gray. And you get the rocket launcher at some point in this game that fires 4 rockets at a time. It is awesome, because it will one-shot most enemies, but you do have to be careful when you aim it, because if you miss a shot, you waste 4 rockets. Making our way into Deviant's domain. Alright, we're off to a good start. Only got 1 out of 4 secrets, but I got every enemy. Oh shit, he's in a cage! I think this is a hard level, actually. Dread Portal. I kind of remember this level. Any level where you have to swim. Can get very dicey. Oh shit. The door opens elsewhere. This expansion, though, wastes no time in giving you some of the new weapons and having you fight some of the most difficult enemy in the game is probably the Shambler, or the Boar, just because it or the Spawn, whatever it's called, it just bounces around so fast. And already in the second level we're fighting them. So it says in the little manual, if you read it, that the expansion is intended to be more difficult than the base game, and it doesn't reintroduce you to aspects of the first game slowly, one at a time, you know? It's like a continuation of the main game. It assumes you've already played it, you know how to play, and it throws you into advanced levels. Is this even a secret area? Oh, the door opened. Okay. Take my quad damage. It's almost like an insta-kill in Call of Duty Zombies. Ah, come on. Fiend. Look at this. Of course, he can't back up now. He get killed by the blades. The Fiend is so aggressive. It's not just that it's fast and it has that leaping attack, it's that it's aggressive. Ah, the lava platform. Alright, we got this. Oh no! We don't have this. Oh! There's that multi-rocket thing. The multi-grenade, I think it has a longer delay before it detonates, but it does so much more damage. We just go straight up, don't even fight them. I bet they'll fight each other. That's something else that I noticed. In the Doom games, you can trick enemies into fighting each other much more easily and more frequently than you can in Quake. It's always fun to see the bad guys kill each other. But it doesn't happen as often. And it's kind of surprising when you think about it, because the levels are a lot more enclosed in Quake. Oh, come on. You would think that enemies would accidentally get each other with their projectiles and things, you know? I guess you just have to get in there before the door closes. Ah! You know, I applied to work at an escape room and I interviewed last week. I should probably call them tomorrow or text them and say, oh my gosh, it was so much fun meeting you guys. Please let me know if I can do anything to persuade you to hire me. Please, please. It's I don't get the job though. It's... Oh, you gotta be shitting me. All these guys at the same time? What's up, D Zombie Slayer? Dude, I loved this game as a kid. Blast from the past? Oh yeah. You wanna see something cool? I have the CD of Quake. I wish I held on to my old CDs. I wonder if my parents still have them. I have a handful. I have regular Quake. I have Doom 3. It's one of my favorite games. Boston hates this game though. Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. Resurrection of Evil is not received well on release. I don't know if it was received well or not. Doom 3 has a novelization. The author was contracted to make 3 novels. And the first novel was based on Doom 3. The second one was based on Resurrection of Evil. And then the third one was canceled. And my assumption is that they were going to release a second expansion, and then they never did. They canceled it for whatever reason. Maybe because Resurrection of Evil wasn't, like, bought by that many people. So that's why it was because why else would you cancel a book? You want to see something else? I have the making of Doom 3. Ooh. Ah. And it's actually really cool because this book was actually released before the game came out, but they were very generous to whoever made this book in just showing them everything. But they have like storyboards for the game. That's what drove me to buy it, because I was really into the story in Doom 3. I thought it was so cool. And there are some lore questions that I had answered and some design choices for like why the story is the way it is that I got to see expanded upon by looking at the storyboards and stuff. It was cool. So if you like Doom 3, maybe you'd want to buy that. Honestly, maybe. I feel like it kind of killed the franchise for a bit, as devastating as that was. Then 2016 revived it. No, it used to be an independent company of like only like 30 or so employees, and they didn't want to expand the company, but they'd put out like one game like every 8 to 10 years. starting with Doom 3. After Doom 3, they made a game called Rage that I really liked. Rage was not as popular as Doom. And once Bethesda bought them, a lot of the old people quit, and then like a lot of new people came on board, and that's when they rebooted Doom for Doom 2016. It was almost as long between Doom 2 and 3 as 3 in 2016. Well, they made all the Quake games in between too, though, you know? Ah! This expansion is off to a tough start, I gotta say. But one thing I always love about Quake is you can see how many enemies you've killed. 42 of 60. We're more than halfway there. We are scum saving? What's scum saving? People always talk about scum saving in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know what scum saving is, though. It's where you keep a bunch of save files and reload to one whenever something does. Oh! I try not to do that, but on the harder difficulty settings, sometimes if you don't scum save, I guess, I find that I forget to save. And then I'll play half a level, and I'll die. Oh, shit! Look at this! Look at this! Check it out. So this is a new enemy in this expansion. Invisible Knights. All you see is a floating sword trying to kill you. I don't know why it's so funny to me. You would think that like all of their armor and shit would be floating too. It looks like just a ghostly sword. But they mix in invis enemies. And they are deadly. Deadly minions of Quake. Shit. Don't ask too many questions. I know, yeah. We gotta beat this level though. 54 out of 60 kills? We just got the gold key. I would say scum saving is more... It's not cheating as much in Quake as it is in an RPG. Because in an RPG, you make story decisions, right? And if something happens that you didn't want to happen, scum saving would, like, fuck up the game because that's the point of an RPG where you make decisions and stuff. It's not always supposed to be predictable exactly what's going to happen. You have to go with your gut, try to pick the best decision available, and then see what the consequences are of said decision. It took me 20 minutes to beat that level. 2016 Eternal was so fun. I will still always have a blast playing them. I didn't know you were a fan, D Zombie Slayer. That's funny to learn. Yo, scum save in Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Remember when I played Dispatch, I had to restart the final level because the dispatching minigame was like going so poorly. I felt very dirty when I did that. What is this level called? Judgment Call? Doom is the first game I remember playing as a kid. Yeah, when I was a kid, I think Freddy the Fish, Doom, and Age of Empires were like some of my earliest games. And Lego Island. Get the axe, baby! Take the axe! Oh, I killed him. I killed him with an axe. My first game was Commander Keen. Commander Keen was also made by id Software. That was the game they made before Doom. I never played that game, though. I didn't know you played it, Boston. Ah! Zombies in these games are so annoying. It's not scum saving if you just save every 5 seconds. It's... Scum saving. Why is it called scum saving? Someone is getting smashed by this elevator. That's why it keeps going back up. Get back, fool. Oh my gosh, there's so many grenades. Oh look, a secret. I'm not good at finding the secrets. I wonder how much easier they make the game. If you know where every secret is, it makes the game considerably easier. In Doom, they had whole secret levels in the original game, I remember. There was one that was kind of awesome. One of the early levels in the game that's like very easy and very small. And then you play a later level in the game and you go through a hidden exit. And you think that it just sent you back to the first level again. Because it seems like it's the same level. But then when you get to what was the exit before, it opens up all these walls and you have to fight like 100 demons. This is a pretty cool Easter egg. I don't think there are hidden levels in Quake, as far as I know. There are mod levels, though. Oh, shit. I knew that was gonna happen. See, look. Multi-rocket rocket launcher. It fires 4 rockets at a time. Alright, 48 out of 93. How do I get out of here? Do I just run through again? Yeah. I have the silver key. Now, something interesting that I am noticing. It does look like when you fire the multi-rocket rocket launcher, every time you fire it, the frame rate goes down a tiny bit. That's not your stream. That's just the game. It's funny that you bring up scum saving. I remember when they were making Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, one of the things that they did mention in interviews and things that I saw in the lead up to the release of the game was that when some players would play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and they came to an important story decision that they had to make, what a lot of people would do was they would save the game, then they would make an important story decision, then they would play through it, go back, reload their old save, and then see how the game played out if you made the alternate decision. One of the funny things about making it an MMO is that you couldn't do that. Oh, what? Is this a trick wall? Or was that guy just clipping through the wall? No, it's an invisible wall. Yeah. That's so weird. Oh, shit. Ah! Ah! Come on. Come on, I got this! I gotta go back for the ammo. You should play Commander Keen 4. What was Commander Keen even about? What type of game was it? Look at that, I got 3 out of 6 secrets and I still didn't kill everybody. This level is called The Cave of Death. So far, I definitely like Scourge of Armagon better than this expansion because the level design in this game is much more akin to the level design in the base game. It's not as bad as it was in episodes 3 or 4, because the base game had 4 episodes, but it's kind of like I was saying. They pick a generic title, The Maze of Ruin, The Cave of Death, The Temple of Suffering, and then you just go through like a little obstacle course with spikes shooting out of the walls, pools of lava, and it doesn't feel like a real environment that you're traversing through. It feels like an obstacle course that's just filled with ambushes and traps meant to kill you. Why would anyone ever construct a cave like this with pillars that came from the ceiling and smashed you if you didn't run through it at the right time? It doesn't make any sense. Shoot this. Me a path over the lava. There's lots of that bullshit too. That guy just spawned like right in front of me. Like at any moment, an enemy can just appear out of thin fucking air and kill you if you're not careful. It's so cheap. Find the 3 buttons. Okay. It is kind of cool because the map layouts are not as confusing as they are in the base game. In the base game, I would get turned around and I would backtrack and I would go in circles a lot, not meaning to. I do like the level layout a little bit better in Dissolution of Eternity. Did you ever see the Commander Keen Easter egg in Doom? I don't think so. I think there was something written a long time ago about how like Commander Keen is supposed to be related to BJ Blazkowicz, but I don't know. I don't know anything about Commander Keen, really, so. I might have stumbled upon an Easter egg and not known what it meant. This Cave of Death level is actually pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, there's 1 button. Only 1 more to go. Button number 3. Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh shit! God, it destroyed my red armor. I might as well pick up the green armor. Here, we'll scum save. Now that I've killed 37 enemies. What did this do, though, right here? Did something. But I don't know what! What is the Easter egg, Boston? You have me hanging in suspense here. Time to use the super lava nail gun. What is a lava nail, too? Is it like a nail that's just dipped in hot lava? Because it would just melt the nail, right? It would destroy the gun. You send it to me on Discord? The underwater path is now open. Oh shit. Damn. Wait, come on. Come on, I wasn't ready. There we go. Find the button? It's right behind me. Ah. Wait a minute, it looks like if I fall 1 step... Oh, it doesn't do anything. Well then how do I get across? Do I have to just like jump across? We'll scum save. I'm saying 70% chance this is not gonna work. Oh no, there's a floating platform. Okay, you just jump on the floating platform. I was just gonna try to sprint jump across. Oh. There we go. Oh shit. You've raised the bridge. This expansion is a lot less cheap with the ammo, though. I've got 100 rockets already. And I might as well use them. I'm in a cage. Keep hands and feet inside the cart. Okay. No, that ammo, I'm not gonna pick it up. Come on. I'm really enjoying the music in this. I know a lot of people did not like the music in Doom of the Dark Ages as much as Doom Eternal and Doom 2016. Mick Gordon, I think, was the guy who made the music for the first two, and then they got someone else for Doom the Dark Ages because there was some drama about how Mick Gordon was mistreated by Bethesda and not paid the royalties he was owed for the other games. I don't really understand it, but I feel like maybe a lot of people ended up disliking the music in Doom the Dark Ages, specifically because they have a bias because they feel bad about how Mick Gordon was treated. Like, I kind of liked it personally because Doom and Doom Eternal had a lot of like techno metal. It'd be like heavy guitars mixed with just really loud synthesizers and shit. It was like dubstep mixed with like fucking metal, and I did not like that very much. Doom the Dark Ages, it feels just like more metal, which is, I mean, it makes sense too because it's the Dark Ages, right? It's like not supposed to be as much technology. I don't know. Bethesda kind of sucks. Yeah, they do. I know a lot of people didn't like that Starfield game they made. And Fallout 76 is like one of the great like all-time scams, I feel like, that a company like ever released. They should have canceled that game. That's another game people have been looking forward to for a very long time, is the next Elder Scrolls. But I never liked Skyrim, personally, and I didn't play it very much. But I tried to play it like numerous times over the years, and I could never get into it. That was part of what deterred me from like getting the Oblivion remake. A lot of Bethesda games just do not play well at all. When I played Skyrim, I just remember the combat felt awful. You swing the sword and it doesn't feel like you're stabbing or slicing an enemy at all. Man, you'd have a tough time with Baldur's Gate 3. One of my friends was thinking about starting a Baldur's Gate 3 run with me. I don't know, when I saw other people streaming it, there were like little widgets and stuff on the stream where people could vote on like what choices to make in the story and things like that. It was so cool. Alright, I pressed this button. What did pressing that button do? Got this health. Oh, here's the gold key. I mean, I feel like sometimes you can scum save I remember when I first played KOTOR 2, there was a character that died. Oh my gosh. I was at the end of the level, 110 out of 114. I should have scum-scaved more. I remember when I first played KOTOR 2, there was a character that died, and I felt like I liked that character, and I felt like I did something wrong. Like I made a bad decision, and that's what caused that character to die. And I was like, oh shit, I thought she was gonna be like a party member for like the whole game. Let me go back and choose a different choice. And then I chose the alternate choices and she still died. And I was just like, oh, okay, like I guess that is what it is. So, I mean, sometimes it's not that big of a deal if you scum save, I guess. But like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it is just kind of like a way of almost cheating because you're not really... Like, I don't know. Isn't Baldur's Gate 3... D&D rules? Like, it's basically supposed to be like you're playing D&D with a group of your friends. And in D&D, there's one person who's a dungeon master who, like, makes certain calls and determines how the story goes. So, like, if you're scum saving, it's like there's no dungeon master because the game isn't your dungeon master anymore. It's almost like you're the dungeon master then. I don't know. I've never actually played D&D. I have a very uninformed opinion about all of this. Who was the character, Visas Atrus? No, it was a character named Luxa, who was like this sexy bounty hunter lady that you meet on Telos. And then you kill like a rival crime boss. And then she's like, oh, sorry, sweetie. But now that he's out of the game, I've got to take you out too. And I was like, oh, I must have screwed something up to make her do that. And then I like reloaded, but she like betrays you no matter what. That's why they have honor mode. Oh, that's what honor mode is. You have like one save slot. These bars are open elsewhere. One save slot, and it's only an auto save slot. I see. That's kind of cool. So there's like multiple ways to play the game. Maybe like the first time you play the game, you wouldn't want to do... Oh, fuck! Dude! I like how I'm playing through this super difficult level, and we're just like talking about scum saving. Fuck me, I'm gonna die again. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. That's the thing about like story, like branching games and shit. 99% of the time, any decision boils down to be nice or be mean. Be good, be evil, or be neither. That's why I feel like people tend to love when there are romance options in branching narrative games, is because the romance option is like the one opportunity that those types of games frequently have where players will choose different things just based on their personality or their desires, separate from the morality of your character. I guess what I'm trying to say is that when you play a game and there's like basically only two real choices, good or bad, if you play good, you feel like you're playing the right way, and if you play evil, you feel like you're playing the wrong way, but you're just doing it because it's funny or because it's your second playthrough and you want to do something different. It really makes it so that you're not really making decisions when you're playing a decision-making game. You're just like choosing the nice guy thing over and over and over because that's the right way to play the game. That's the thing about KOTOR 2. Depending on the level of influence that you have, the story doesn't go in that many branching directions necessarily, but like the interactions that you have with characters and how they behave around you and like how they become themselves are like completely different depending on your influence that you have with them. And your influence is not contingent on your morality. It's contingent on just how you behave when you like converse with certain characters. It's hard to explain, But like when I played it when I was in college, it was like so eye-opening. Alright, I've almost completed this level like 3 fucking times now. The lift is now active. Alright. 100. There's only 5 enemies left. I just have to navigate this lava and finally complete the Cave of Death. Oh shit. What class? I don't know, man. I don't really know anything about Baldur's Gate. I can't afford to buy any video games right now. Jump through the tube to exit. It says 15 minutes, but really it was so much longer. Ooh, this is cool. The Towers of Wrath. This is what was playing in the main menu. Die, you bastards! Your passage is now safe. You gotta look this stuff up. That's the other thing. I don't like having to do so much damn research before I pick up and play a game. I just want to pick it up and play it. It's the nice thing about a game like Quake. You understand how to run around and shoot, then you understand how to play the game. That doesn't mean the game is easy. It's easy to play, hard to master. I said Call of Duty Zombies is like a great example of that. All you have to do is have to learn how to jump, shoot, repair windows, etc. But in order to master it, you have to learn how to do all sorts of fucking Easter eggs and crazy ass shit. Are you able to afford Marathon? I don't want to play Marathon. Hopefully I get that escape room job. What would you even do at the escape room? Basically, you're like an actor, man. I mean, I've never been in an escape room experience myself. Oh, shit. Oh. But, like, that's what they said. It's like you would be an actor. You would, like, be part of the game room experience. People have to do these little puzzles and things to escape, and you're, like, there, and you, like, guide the games. It's funny, too, because they asked, would you be uncomfortable breaking character if you had to, because sometimes you deal with drunk people and you have to tell them to get off of you or to behave. And I'm like, yeah, I work at like bars right now, and like I've literally had to like physically drag people out of bars and stuff. Like, it's fine. What'd they say to that? They only asked me like 2 or 3 questions for the whole interview. They asked me about my professional experience or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I moved to LA during the pandemic. I wanted to get involved with film. The industry was shut down, but I got this job and this job and this job, and that led me to here. And then they were like, all right, please don't just say yes just because that's what you want me to hear. Just only say yes if this is true. And I'm like, all right, that's like a typical interview, but I was like, okay. She's like, I assume you came to LA because you wanted to be an actor. Would you be comfortable like breaking character, like I already just said? And she was like, would you be comfortable dealing with drunk people? And I was like, yeah. She's like, are you comfortable being alone in a room by yourself sometimes for like 20 minutes? And I'm like, yeah. And then they were like, all right, actually, we have other people waiting for interviews, so we have to wrap this up quickly. Do you have any questions for me? And I was just like, well, yeah. What's the pay, this and that? It's an hourly rate, but people give you tips. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. What about like the hours? What type of like hours would it be? They'd be like, well, we open at like 5 and people come and they do the events. And I was like, oh, so it's like an evening job. She was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And they were like, all right, we'll contact you. And that's like what frustrates me the most with job interviews. I feel like the more confidence they express in you during the interview, the less probability it is that they're actually going to call you back. When people are just like, oh, okay, it was so great talking to you. Yeah, I'll probably give you a call next week. And they'll make it seem like you got the job. And you'll walk out feeling so confident, like I totally did so well in that interview. I gave good answers to every question. It seemed like they liked me. I'd be so surprised if I don't get this job. When that happens, when you walk out of an interview with that feeling, 9 times out of 10, you don't end up getting the job. Don't scum save. I'm gonna lurk. I'm still doing some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. The one game that I used to like multitask, watch videos and stuff while playing is RuneScape. I used to play old school RuneScape. I would mine for so long. Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, I got them all. Look at me. I knew you were gonna say RuneScape? Yeah, because you used to play RuneScape with me. I feel like they just ruined RuneScape though, because they used to have this thing where if you were a certain level in prayer, you could activate this prayer and you would be immune from magic damage. But they changed it now so that if you're a certain level in prayer and you activate that, it mitigates your damage, but you still receive damage from magic, and you can go into the wilderness with like the best armor and everything in the game, and then people shoot you with spells that do like 100 damage and you die in 3 hits. And they have this one spell called the freezing spell that makes you stand in place frozen and you can't do anything. So you can't even run away when you encounter a powerful mage. You just stand there frozen and you can't fight back, and then you fucking die. It's so dumb and annoying. And people say to counter magic, you have to wear chaps. You have to wear leather chaps. And like, you can only wear powerful leather chaps in the game if you are high range. And I'm range level 1 because I don't like using range. I like using a sword and killing people with a sword. So all I would do in the game is mine for ore. And I would level up attack and then try to go in the wilderness and fight people. But it's like you can't even like go in the wilderness and fight people now. That's the other thing. I feel like the game, I was a member for a short period of time, and I feel like the game is like not for members. I don't know, because like, or not for members, not for low-level players, because like you go into the members world and then it's like, oh, welcome to the Heroes Guild. You can't pass unless you're level 100. Oh, welcome to the Legends Guild. You can't pass unless you have 1 billion quest points. And it's like you're locked out of like everything. So it's like you're a member, but you like still can't even like access the members world and like do anything interesting. Because everywhere you go, it's like you're not allowed to pass unless you've filled all these other criteria. And it's like, I don't really want to do that. I just want to like mine and like fucking play the game. Dragon Scimitar does that. The Dragon Scimitar, you have to complete a quest that is so challenging. I have no idea how anyone would have been able to complete it back in the day without like applications and stuff that like tell you how to beat quests, because it's like so complicated. How long is this level? Damn, I really want to get to the end. Oh shit. Secret area? I remember following an internet guide for it. Were internet guides as prevalent back in the day, though? Because, like, back in the day, I feel like there were quests. Like, I don't know. I feel like now, with the internet being different, information about RuneScape is probably, like, way more easily accessible. Like, back then, I remember there was that one quest the Shield of Arav or something, where it's like there are two gangs, and if you're in one gang, you go into the gang hideout and you get half of the shield. Then in order to get the other half of the shield, you have to persuade a player who joined the other gang to give it to you. And it's like you can't do it by yourself. And it took me a long time to like figure out that that was the way it was. Because like I got one half of the shield from one of the gangs, and then I was like, how come I can't go in the other gang hideout? And then I realized you just need another player to like help you beat it or whatever. That quest is like child's play compared to some of the members' quests though. They were so detailed and so well written. There used to be a lot of online... Really? This level's been very hard. This is a good level, though. This level's been, like, difficult without being super cheap. And I like the runic aesthetic. Speaking of rune, it's good. I like the way this facility looks, I don't know. Oh shit, multi-rocket launcher. Ah, it did so much damage. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, what the fuck? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Keep on scum saving. Just make sure that somebody in your Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough plays as the Dark Urge. That's the other thing about Baldur's Gate 3 is you have the super sexy narrator the whole time who's just like, you have the Dark Urge. You feel a dark urge overcome you. Every time. I wonder like how many hours of VO that one actor did just for Baldur's Gate 3, because like all of the exposition is narrated by her. And it's a long, I'm assuming it's a long game with like many different branches and stuff. Alright, this is a secret. Quad damage. Let's go, baby. Oh, there's a teleporter back there. Oh! Get killed in 2 seconds with quad damage. Ooh, that was such a long level. 19 minutes just for that level? That's insane. Temple of Pain. I need to, like, really lock in, though. Because I want to do this final boss fight. But I can't spend another 40 minutes on the next 2 levels. That level took me 20 minutes. Is there an invisible wall? I thought I saw one. No, no invisible wall. It looked like there was one for a second. You don't want to spoil it, but you meet the narrator early on. That sounds like that is a spoiler. I thought the narrator was just the narrator. I remember in Gears of War, the Locust Queen was like the narrator in the first game, and then in the second game, she was an actual character, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, I guess you know that she's the Locust Queen because there's like a long monologue that she has when Lieutenant Kim dies. Spoiler for Gears of War. Cemetery gates are now open. Where's the cemetery? Do I go back? Back the way you came. Nope, you don't go back. Alright, so you go through the pool of water, down the tunnel. Oh, okay, you just go this way. Shower this hallway with rockets. He beat it on the second hardest difficulty. He loves that game. He loves John Wick. And then they had the John Wick game trailer, and I was like, oh, are you gonna play it? And he's like, no, I only play multiplayer games. It's the cemetery. Oh shit! Aw, man. Oh, I forgot. There's the lightning gun and the plasma gun. Sorry, there's an ad break, by the way. I've been picking up plasma gun ammo. I forgot I had the plasma gun. The plasma gun is good, but it's not as good as the lightning gun. .48 out of 86. Okay, we're making steady progress. Unlike unlike that last level. That last level took so long, it was exhausting. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. I have 1 health. Oh. Shit. You have to scum save, because you die every 2 seconds. I remember Oddworld Abe's Odyssey is a very famous, very popular old platforming game. They released a new version of it called Oddworld New and Tasty, and it gave you the ability to manually save whenever you wanted to. And it was such a difficult game, and such a frustrating game. I can only imagine how difficult and frustrating it would have been if you played it back in the day when you couldn't save whenever you wanted to. Look, I've got the anti-grav belt. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! This expansion is awesome. Maybe it is better than Scourge of Armageddon. Look, there's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. War, death, famine, and pestilence. And I remember, yes, You can get 100 health. And armor. This one doesn't have anything. Oh, a secret area. Wait a minute. How do I get back to where I just was? I'm almost done with this level. Oh wait, I remember now. You get the gold key and then you go through the teleporter in the famine window. Oh, what? I guess this isn't that far back. What a bullshit thing, though. That was such bullshit. I teleported into lava because I walked with, like, too much forward momentum. Alright, get that stupid spider queen. There we go. Okay, it should actually not even be that difficult now. Anti-grav. You know, that's what I liked so much about the Telltale games. I just felt like they played, like, really poorly when you weren't in cutscenes and making dialogue decisions. When you had to, like, walk around and, like, look for items and stuff. In some of them, not all of them, the graphics were really ugly, and then the story or the gameplay was just, like, really awkward. It's cool that Ad Hoc Studios now is making those types of decision-making games, starting with Dispatch. Because Dispatch, I didn't like that dispatching minigame that you had to play repeatedly throughout the game, but, like, it was more polished than anything you used to see in those Telltale games. There, see? Alright. We are in the Tomb of the Overlord. 109? Holy shit. See, that's the thing. When you load into a level and there's like 100 kills that you have to get, I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be another really long level. Really long levels tend to be more confusing. I feel like it's best when there's like 50 to 60 enemies. Otherwise, it's just too long. Because sometimes you're backtracking, collecting different keys and such, and you're just like, did I already go through that hallway? Did I not? When is this level gonna fucking end? In shorter levels, just by their nature, you don't do that as much. It's funny, I've fought those invisible swordsmen once, and then we have not encountered them again since. I would think they would be in the game more frequently. Ooh, more yellow armor. More rockets. I do really appreciate how each level seems like it has different music. I think in the main game, it was just like the same music track that just like repeated throughout the game. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, I don't have any nail gun ammo. So I have to rely on the rocket launcher, but then when you're in enclosed spaces, you can't fire it without hurting yourself. But the shotgun's like not that good at this point when you have like 20 dudes in one hallway. Oh, there's the invisible swordsman. Alright, you can have a rocket now. I love the invisible swordsman. They're so funny. Shit. That was another super crowded hallway. I didn't realize that like multi-rockets and regular rockets are two different ammo pools. I thought if you use the multi-rocket launcher, it just used 4 regular rockets, but it doesn't. Only 3 more to go. Only 2 more to go. Up the elevator. Oh! Alright, we're making good progress. Oh shit. Get the plasma gun out. Watch, it's gonna trigger. Yeah. Oh, come on. Only 1 more to go. I think you have to like jump through where you get stuck. Backpack's right in the center. Oh, this is okay. Ah, I feel so nervous right now. Okay. Alright, that did something. I hear zombies. What did it do? Oh, it opened this. It opened a bunch of coffins, and it opened this rock. Alright. Save. Oh, hell yeah. This one is death. It's backwards there, though. Why is it backwards here? because it's special. Oh, okay. Clever secret. I like it. I like it. This level's big, but actually so far this is a pretty fun level too. Oh shit. Stupid bouncing blobs. There we go. 70? Shit. Is this a healing pool? No, it's not. This hallway is so crowded. Ah, these bullshit enemies. It's like all you can do is effectively just like run from them, get out a rocket launcher, and then just like spray ammo. Because you can't aim at them. They bounce around the room so fast, and if they die close to you, they explode and you die. So it's like you hear that stupid noise they make, that, and then you just like back up and start shooting rockets. We've activated the bridge. See, there it is right there. It's so dumb. Give me more floating swordsmen and fewer bouncing blobs of death. These floating overlord dudes are cool though. I said when I played the main game, the projectile that the spider lady shoots should track you. Should be like worse at tracking you but travel faster, and that's kind of what that one does. I think I noticed a secret too. Looks like I could jump on this. Maybe not. Oh no! Axe fight. Axe fight the floating sword. Whew. I heard the noise. I see it too. There it is. It's like every time you kill a blob, you might as well just save. I have the gold key. You can't stop me. Oh shit! Look at this. It's like a skull room. It reminds me of the Time Machine. When they went into the jungle and there was that massive cave that looked like a skull. That was freaky. That whole movie was so weird. Oh look, an empathy shield. don't think that's what it's called. That was the last expansion pack. It's called something else, like an energy shield or something. Doors are locked. Doors are unlocked. The plasma gun is not that good. Oh, actually, maybe it is pretty good. I was gonna say, because it's kind of like the rocket launcher, but you can shoot it right in front of you and not hurt yourself. Oh, it's the final boss! Anti-grav belt. It's like if you go, if you like go on the ground, then the nail guns shoot you. If you float up into the air, those guys shoot their projectiles at you. Alright, might as well use all of my multi-rockets if this is the final boss. See? I just fired 5 rockets and killed him, because it's 20 rockets, because it's 4 at a time. Wow, I can't believe I did that so quickly. Victory! The Overlord's mangled remains are the evidence. His evil wrath army cast out to wander aimlessly throughout time. As the Slipgate fog surrounds you, thoughts rage into your consciousness. Has Quake's oppressive reign ended? Is it salvation or damnation, which waits beyond the vortex? Another thought, not quite your own, raises through the haze. Forgiveness can yet be granted. Our master remains. To absolve your sins gets his chosen. Fall down upon your knees, pray for Quake's mercy. I guess that answers your question right there. And then that just starts episode 2. Tempest Fugit. Hold on, let's try something. New game, Dissolution of Eternity. If you go into episode 2, the Corridors of Time, does it start you at Tempest Fugit? Yeah, it does. So we beat the first episode. I don't know why it didn't go back to the room where you choose your episode and let you choose. I guess it is what it is. I think Dissolution of Eternity is cool. It is very difficult. I didn't really even realize until you guys pointed it out to me how I was saving like every 2 seconds. And it's funny because Scourge of Armagon started like not that hard, and it progressively became harder and harder. Dissolution of Eternity is very hard, but it's not as hard as Armagon was in its like final levels, and it was more consistent. Like it started kind of challenging and it sort of stayed kind of challenging like moderately throughout. I guess it's too early to decide whether or not I like Scourge of Armagon or Dissolution of Eternity better. I like the new weapons in Armagon better, but I like the new enemies better in this one. I do think the levels are more similar to the types of levels you would see in the main game, but they're better. The levels are better in this one than they are in the main game. So both of the expansions are definitely really fun. It's been fun to revisit this. Stick around for my stream. We should do more Quake tomorrow. But thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Have a good evening.